And another thing which I think is very interesting is you write about most people know the pharaoh Akhenaten is considered the first monotheist in history, but you contend that he was a Satanist. Why do you say that?
When I traveled to Egypt, I had read some of the hieroglyphs, the actual physical hieroglyphs. I mean, it's not difficult to ascertain hieroglyphs really since the salt tablet was discovered that bridge the gap from what hieroglyphics are and what they are today. In looking at it, in looking at Akhenaten, his name evokes a dark power, and that is very specific in certain aspects, maybe that came after him. Now, this is also a possibility. Akhenaten was demonized after his death, and so hence they would want to say, this man was Satan, do not follow him, his name has been abandoned from history. Yet it is hard to determine unless I have carbon date material on me, and I'm not a full-on scientist, although I like to think I am. It's hard to determine which one was written when, and there are some certain hieroglyphics that state Akhenaten sought the monotheistic power through Set and other dark forces that wanted to bring down the sun god Ra, and so on and so on. And hence his name has been assassinated from Egyptology in general. It is true that the general concept of Akhenaten is that he became pharaoh. His wife was Nefertiti, and I believe that later Nefertiti gave birth to Tutankhamun. That's a completely different concept. And I could be erring here. I'm not an Egyptologist. I just have some general information about Akhenaten. That when Akhenaten came to power, he had a vision, according to what I've read and studied over there. He had a vision of Aten. Aten, in the transfiguration, was set to rise from what he considered, I guess, kind of just a group of morassed other gods that were irrelevant. And he wanted to cast down all the others and say that it was Aten, Sishian power, so on. And I hate using the term Sishian because I'm not involved with the Temple of Set at all, and they've kind of bastardized a lot of these concepts. And actually, I seriously doubt that they've ever been to Egypt or even know what I'm talking about right now. Yet, in looking at it, I think Akhenaten sought to bring down the sun god, create one god as some entity, in the sense that he was Satan to everyone. The priests of Ra rose against him. They were plotting against him. They murdered him, and then they destroyed any sign or trace of statues were destroyed. Certain inscriptions were scratched out, and there was a lot of just utter destruction of anything to do with Akhenaten. And that was really, I think, only the first time in the Egyptian history that's ever occurred. And in going there, the evidence that I had seen points to the fact that he was indeed practicing an evil force.
Well, I think that's all the time we have today. I'd like to thank you very much for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, and good luck with the Satanic Paradigm. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your new book coming out.
Yes, I'm writing a treatise of black magic, which is more of the same, because I guess I could not get enough in on the Satanic Paradigm. It's going to have new modern rituals in it, more philosophy overall. It should be done probably in about 2 months.
Well, good luck with your work, and hope to have you on soon when the book comes out.
All right, well, thank you very much.